Well, in the words of Dujon Sterling, no, not the swear words of Dujon Sterling, the other words of Dujon Sterling in his interview, he said that we need a reset. And he is 100% right. This team needs a huge reset. Why does it always seem to be that way with Rangers, though, guys? Why do we always need a reset going into the end of the season to, get us back on track after another appalling display? But that's just what it is. It's time to move on. It's time to regroup. It's time to retool. It's time to, look, we can criticize, we can sit here and we can be as horrible as we want about certain players and their performances. And I think with complete justification, given the run of recent results. But it's all about now getting back and supporting the team and getting back to winning ways on Sunday in the Scottish Cup semi-final. Look, I think the league is probably out of our reach now. Realistically, I think, that lot from across the city are probably going to win the league. Even a win at Parkhead does not guarantee us the league, as it would put us on the same number of points, but their goal difference is superior to ours. We would still need them to slip up somehow or have a major meltdown in terms of their goals. It's all very much up in the air. But let's talk about this, obviously, this semi-final. This semi-final is absolutely massive for us. And you know what? Their hearts are going to be bang up for this game. Of course they will. Stephen Naismith talking about, some of his players that have been there, been to Hampden, and obviously lost games and, want to get back there and win games again. And I think, that's something that, Naismith's right in saying, they have some talented players. I'm not going to pretend that Hearts don't have some talented players, and they will want to go out there and give of their best on Sunday and get themselves to a final. Look, I don't like Stephen Naismith. I'm not a fan of his. I think he's a bit of an idiot, but credit to him. He has got this team playing well. They're third in the league at this moment in time. I know it's a cup game on Sunday, but they're third in the league this season. They're 62. They're 10 points. They're 11 points clear of Kilmarnock in fourth. Yes, they're 13 points behind us, but they certainly have had a very good season to this point, only losing 9 games all season. Yes, one of those recently was 5-0 to us. They have some very good players in their team. Oda, they have Vargas, they have Shanklin, they have Grant, they have Devlin. Their goal, Craig Gordon is back in goal for them. They are a decent side, and they will make life very hard for us. And Rangers do really need to step it back up and really put in a performance on Sunday, a performance of a higher level than the one we've seen against Ross County and the one we saw against Dundee on Wednesday. Although Philippe Clement did think we bossed that game, I personally don't see it. I agree with what Dujon Sterling said. We need a performance that goes out there and kind of gets back to the Rangers we were starting to see, the Rangers we saw against, funnily enough, Hearts at Ibrox. Passion, play with speed, move the ball quickly, get in behind them, use the width, use the middle, vary your points of attack, all key things if you're going to overcome blocks. Now, I don't think for a minute the Hearts will sit in and low block, because they will want to win this game and they'll want to go out there and play us. And I think they will think, given recent results, if they go out and have a go at us to some degree like Ross County did, they've got every chance. And look, who can blame them when you've got a striker like Lawrence Shankland? Rangers will have, probably no new players back for this game. We're not going to suddenly get Danilo back. We're not suddenly going to get Cortez back. That's not happening. Cortez, I think, is done for the season. Danilo, Clement was talking about possibly the last couple of games of the season, but even when he comes back, he's going to be rusty as hell and not at all match fit. So realistically, we're going to have to go with the same core group of players. Now, as much as we may want this to happen, James Tavernier is not going to be dropped. You don't drop your captain. It just is not a done thing. It's not going to happen. I do hope, however, although I have my doubts, given what he said after the game, that Philippe Clement develops a sense of, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for here? A bit of courage, and drops Connor Goldson. Goldson has been genuinely dreadful this last few, not just weeks, but games, months since that winter break. His passing is way off. I mean, some of his long balls, even like his diagonal balls and long balls up to the strikers were just awful. They were pass backs or they were passes to the corner flag. They were honestly that bad. He looks off the pace. He's getting out muscled by people, and if he's not on his game against Shankland, he will be made a complete monkey of, absolute muppet of. Genuinely will be, just made to look very, very silly indeed. So I do think he does need to be replaced on Sunday, and I hope that Clement has the strength of character to do that. We're going to look at, as well in the video, some young players that I want to see given an opportunity going in towards the end of the season. I do think we need to have a look at some of these young players to see what we've got, because, look, we are going to have to overhaul this squad. We are going to have to reset this squad, retool this squad, and be a little bit ruthless in the summer. And yes, there isn't perhaps the massive amount of money, because we're probably going to miss out on Champions League money, to actually, go and spend an awful lot of money on players. So we need to look at some of these young players to see if these young players can come in and do a job for us. So I think there's a few players we need to look at. I'm going to talk about 3 in particular. Now, I was thinking about a possible line, and obviously I don't know the fitness situation of all the players or, Clement's thoughts. So after the news conference, this could well change. But if I was picking a team for Sunday's game against Hearts, I obviously would go with Jack Butland in goal. I mean, Butland has been absolutely outstanding this season and, pulled off 2 fabulous saves against Dundee, although apparently Dundee didn't have any chances. He was great. Now, Tavi's not going to be dropped. Look, he just isn't going to be dropped. So, he is going to start at right back. I also think we need to start him at right back because, for me, Dujon Sterling needs to be played in his best position, which, for me, is central midfield. He's probably the best centre midfielder we have at the club at this moment in time. I think we put John Souttar and Leon Balogun into the central defence. I just think that Souttar and Balogun, when they have played together this season, have not let this club down. Yes, Souttar has a mistake in him, but he is still better than Goldson. Balogun, I think, has been excellent this season and has played exceptionally well. When they last played together, which was the Hibs game at Easter Road, which we won 3-0, they were absolutely brilliant. They were solid as a rock. No one ran off the back of them. They kept the line, which we didn't do on Sunday or on Wednesday night. Goldson was constantly out of it, dropping off the line, playing players on, something that Balogun and Souttar did not do. Now, a lot depends on Ridvan Yilmaz. I really feel we have missed massively Ridvan Yilmaz. I think he provides width to the left. I think he gives us a bit of an out ball, an option out there, gives us a bit of space out there, creates space because he gets out wide. He's also got a shot on him. I just hope that he's back and fit. He has been training apparently, but to what extent, I don't know. I don't want to see Barisic there under any circumstances. I just think Sterling's a good player and he's a good left back, but we need a left-footed option on the left-hand side. It narrows the pitch down far too much if you've got 2 right-footers on the left. And when you're coming up against teams that want to defend against you, you cannot constantly drift inside because it compresses the pitch and makes it hard to break down. I hope Diomande is fit. Look, I know Diamande's had his critics and hasn't always played to his very best, but if you look at what Diomande does for Rangers, he provides an impetus to attack. He provides a bit of speed there. He provides a bit of passion there. He provides forward movement, forward effort, forward momentum, something that has been sadly lacking from the last couple of games when he has not played. In addition to that, he's not afraid to take a shot from outside the box. Again, something that has been sadly lacking over the last couple of games. He can create space. He can pass through the lines. He can link defence, midfield and attack. I think he is critical to our team. Dujon Sterling, I think for me, starts in the centre of midfield. Look, I hope there's no backlash against him for his comments from the players or from the manager, because I think he was open, honest, and he was correct. And hopefully the players themselves can see that they've been that shit, as Sterling put it. Sterling is one of our best midfielders. He runs through walls. He tackles anything that moves. If someone gets tackled by him, they stay tackled by him. He can carry the ball forward. His distribution is good. He isn't a very good player, and that's why I think he needs to play in what has become his best position of central midfield. Because I would put out wide right and Matondo wide left, just because basically without Cortez and with the fact we don't have a decent striker, that's all we've got. That is genuinely all we've got. So I think that's what we do. I don't want to see Scott Wright anywhere near this team ever again. Campbell's our best 10. Lawrence is not playing well at the moment. Dowell didn't play well. There is nobody else. So for me, Canwell's got to play in that position. He owes us a big performance. I think he did okay on Wednesday night. I don't think he was the worst player on the pitch, and I think he was unlucky to be substituted. I would much rather have seen Lawrence go off and Cantwell stay on. So he's got to be the 10. And I would go with Abdallah Sima up top. Dessers, no thank you, because he's probably going to let you down when we need him to take a chance. Roof just doesn't look fit. Sima is the best finisher. Sima is quality. He's quick, he's strong, he's good in the air. He provides an aerial threat. He had that flicked header, I think it was against Ross County, that was saved by Laidlaw. He's had chances. I just think that he is the best chance of getting a goal. His speed, his strength, his power, I think, can cause danger. He can drift right, drift left, go through the middle. And that's why I'm playing Sima up the top. I do think that is the best plan for me. And that's why I really want to see him up there on Sunday. Guys, just a reminder, please smash the sub. Obviously, help us get to our 6,000 sub target by the end of the season. Now, 3 players I would love to see given an opportunity this season. I'm saying not necessarily from the start, but from the bench. John Lee Yefeko, Bailey Rice, and Robbie Fraser. I mean, talking about Robbie Fraser, if Ridvan Yilmaz isn't fit, then Robbie Fraser is a left back. He's left-footed. He's done it for the B team. He's captained the B team. And at the end of the day, we really generally haven't got anything left to lose in the league. Realistically, we're probably not going to win it. You don't want to see Borna Barisic out there. If Ridvan's not fit, I'd rather see Sterling in midfield because he's better in midfield. He's a good midfield player. Robbie Fraser will not let us down. I think we should give him an opportunity. Bailey Rice, again, I can't see what others do that is that much better than Rice. Diamande and Sterling apart. I think Lundstrom's faded very badly and played poorly, and I genuinely hope he's now not offered that new deal. I'd love to see Bailey Rice given an opportunity. We keep being told how good this kid is. Let's see it. Let's see it. I mean, respect to Michael Beale for that. At least he gave Bailey Rice a chance. John Lee Yefeko, another one, again, who can play left side central defence, can play as a left back. Again, what have we got to lose? Genuinely, what have we got to lose? If Balogun can't play there, if he's not fit, give Yefeko a go. He's probably going to be better than Goldson, better than Barisic. You know what I mean? So these 3 players here, I would really love to see given an opportunity this season. Like I said, not necessarily starting. Fraser maybe if you haven't got Ridvan fit, but at least from the bench, get them some minutes, get them on the pitch. I would have loved to see Lovelace too. But obviously, I don't think he is fit again. Guys, we'll continue to build up towards the semi-final on Sunday here on Glasgow Rangers Nation. So please, obviously, smash that sub so you don't miss out. And on the way out, if you can do me 2 favours. Number 1, smash the like. And number 2, remember always, we are the people.